Hey everybody, it's Jen with Lady Tarot 911. I wanted to give a check into the energy. My last read, I talked about the ramping up of the feeling of ramped up energy, or the energy ramping up. And I don't think that that's changing. In fact, I think it's just going to increase as we get closer to April. So, yeah, let's see what the message is for you that wants to come through. Sorry, that's Melly drinking. She just finished eating. Well, that's a really good start. 10 of Cups. What is crossing on the bottom? Holding on. You're holding on for... You're wanting a change, and you're wanting to have this fulfillment, and you're holding strong to that. There is, now this could be Cancer or viewer. There could be somebody that is attached to your energy, who is in this energy of holding strong, wanting this complete, emotional happiness. It's something that has been discovered for you. I feel like you're in the energy of balancing, wanting to have the knowledge. Oh wow, look at that. So we have 1, 2, now 3 major arcanas in a 4-card pull so far. So the taking charge of this and holding strong, passionate movement forward is what is wanted, but it is blocked right now. There's an understanding or a learning that has been taking place in your energy, and we're going to find out more about like what this past knowledge or clarity, it could be regarding feelings, or it could be just wanting to leave a location. You could, your person, or you could live in the mountains, could live around a lake, could live where there's a lot of trees, but there is an unveiling, I'm hearing, of information that's bringing, clouds are about confusion, mountains are about challenge, water is about emotion. So this could be a breakthrough that's happening or has happened recently in regards to what is needed for this 10 of Cups. There's a family here that is looking out into the possibilities, and I think that that's something that you are reaching for, that you're trying to ascend in your own energy, or that you have ascended to reach that ultimate fulfillment, or this is what is currently happening, but there is some type of passionate movement forward that's being hindered, being blocked right now. It's coming back to yourself with this 8. So the Emperor taking charge of that passionate movement forward, that, let's see, there we go, or wanting to take that passionate action, but being stubborn or being held back. Somebody is being stubborn or held back because they're confused, maybe, or there is a confusion of not trusting their intuition. Their intuition is telling them, or your intuition is telling you, that this path, this ascension, this new outlook on life can bring complete happiness, but there's still a stubbornness to that. So I think because something needs to be walked away from. Let's see. Yeah, so you've got 7 of Wands and 7 of Cups. Defending a position of options. So I think that potentially somebody needs to take control of this block that's in the way, being stubborn about not allowing somebody to get to this 10 of Cups, or you are standing in your own way, not allowing this. There has been a past intuition that has been known or revealed to you, and maybe it's an intuition about walking away, or somebody who has already walked away. There is, potentially somebody who has walked away, if it isn't you being given that information intuitively, energetically, that walking away is needed to take control of you know, this block that's been in the way of complete emotional happiness, or of starting a family, of a family being, you know, maybe a family has been in the way, family issues have been in the way, somebody who's been acting, you know, they say an emperor without their empress is a tyrant. So maybe it's been a tyrant, maybe in the family, or somebody's family who's blocked this, and there hasn't been enough courage to turn this card upright to achieve or reach that height yet, that ascension point. But moving forward, somebody's going to be starting to collect their thoughts, collect, you know, so he's starting to collect the wood, which that shows me, and wood are wands, which is action. So starting to collect maybe the courage to take action, really understanding and looking at all the options on the table. One last card from this deck. Yeah, about taking a leap of faith. So about a new beginning, which it is progressing towards that. Okay. So your energy, or somebody who's attached to you, connect it how it may connect for your situation, your story, your life. Let's look at, so this knowledge that came in either to Cancer or viewer, or to whoever's attached to this energy. Answers of completing the missing puzzle piece came in. It's regarding, with this blue, it's regarding speaking up. Maybe somebody who needs to speak up and walk away. Something in regards to the epiphany, or the knowledge about what was going to truly make somebody happy, and this unexpected, or this is happening. So this is like the now position. So this is like happening at this time, or in this energy currently. This could be happening around the new moon, around the 29th. This epiphany, or like a fast incoming energy in regards to maybe a serendipitous moment, or meeting up with somebody, or connecting, or, you know, since this is past, somebody coming back. That was a past relationship. Something unexpected. There's going to be something coming in that is very unexpected, and like a lightning strike, an epiphany, a tower moment, essentially. A love offer coming in. Somebody holds this. Look at the red in this. Red here, red here. There's a death that takes place, and not literally, but maybe a death of stability. So maybe shaking up a stability, a comfortable, formed OG situation, an original situation. I'm hearing there's somebody who likes to spend a lot of money, be on their phone a lot. Somebody who's about elite. There's the Aries symbol. This could be an Aries type energy, a Leo energy. This is also like Aries energy. High Priestess is like Gemini energy. So, okay, give me another one. Because of a longing. Oh, okay. So there is this energy that is going to hit somebody. Either they feel it in a dream. You know, it just comes to you know, there's divine intervention, or there is just a moment, a shocking moment, an unexpected, that like they're struck with this understanding of where maybe their true happiness lies. This missing piece comes in and kind of comes together, and there's an understanding of either somebody walked away and this was lost, or this is somebody who needs to walk away towards this sun, this epiphany, so you see all this, you know, bright orange. These are all like the answers, the resolve, the resolution, through this missing piece that comes in. Maybe somebody says something, or somebody they learn about something, and it comes in and it creates this shocking epiphany type of aha moment. And somebody is like looking towards what they're missing you, they're longing for you, or there's regret. Maybe about somebody keeping their options open, too many options on the table, or about confusion. And there's something there's this strength, this stubborn energy, could be a Leo energy, that is potentially stagnant or blocking this love offer or this new beginning. It could be about, the block could very well be about, like I was talking about, family. So red is the color of the root chakra, which is like at your feet, it's your foundation, it's stability. It could be that somebody is holding this up because of a really unstable situation on their end. But I feel that, you know, this is kind of the odd man out. I think that there is a movement towards, and this could be, you know, this could be you moving on from a situation, right? This could be you finally, you know, wanting to just know that you want to move towards this situation, and maybe the knowledge you get is that this is not where it's at. Now there's blue here and blue here. So there's a standing up for this stability and foundation, and maybe somebody who is holding on to love and feelings maybe for you, but since they are, you know, they could be holding back, and since they are holding back, or they are holding on to it and not, you know, giving of it, this could potentially be you who's saying, okay, fine, I'm going to defend myself by keeping my options open, or I'm going to start looking at my other options and moving forward, and I'm going to take a new, you know, a new adventure, a new leap of faith, I'm going to take that jump. And or this could be an understanding and closing out, rebalancing out of a situation that has been blocked, and it resets to a 0 as well. So this could be somebody who's defending their option of offering love to you through this epiphany and this knowledge, standing up for what they believe in, what they want, going towards the light, going towards, you know, with the equinox and the eclipses, timelines speed up, and it also is going to be getting lighter, and there's going to be more light that's coming in. So that's even more opportunity for us, and for this shift to happen where things are seen for what they are. Things are seen in a clearer understanding. So what is hidden? What's the truth that needed to come in, or that somebody, let's see here. I got quite a few new decks, so I'm gonna use them. What is this information that comes in that there's an epiphany about, or an understanding, like a striking somebody, fast moving relationship? Maybe there's an understanding about a past fast-moving relationship that didn't end up working out because, you know, there was this impulsivity or this quick action which came in, and then it came in fast and then it blew out fast, and now this person or your person, somebody who's attached to you, or even you, are now looking at like, okay, well, that didn't work out like I thought it was going to. So now they're suffering, you know, alone, or missing you, or the opportunity maybe to have had this with you, or you with them, came and went. Or that's kind of what's happening now, is this realization of what this meant to them. So there were lies, veiled lies in the past that, yeah, maybe a dark night of the soul, or something was hidden. Betrayal. So with this quick relationship, there could have been this hidden betrayal that, okay, why these ones are sticking together? So maybe people sticking together in a betrayal situation that was being hidden. So cloaked deception, somebody who pretended to be kind, or had this person, maybe your person, if this isn't you, your person's best interest at heart. They pretended that they were, you know, offering them a new chance at something, or that it was like really good, and they didn't look at the, you know, that old adage, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. They didn't want to believe that. They didn't want to take off the rose-colored glasses, so they believed this person, but they didn't know their true intentions. As this knowledge came in, or as it is coming in, depending on the flow of the energy in your timeline, the lies about this, maybe their intentions are revealed, and it's a form of just a total betrayal of loyalty and it could be within this relationship, whether it be a love relationship. This was stuck with this one. So somebody was, oh, or there could be three. Do you see how they're holding hands and there's three people. So this was stuck with this. Three people could have been involved in creating a narrative that seemed like it was in the best interest of maybe either you or your person, but that is being revealed either. Now this says unexpected ways, and this says high priestess, so this could very much be, and like the orange and the orange hair, right? And the orange hair, if somebody is getting or has gotten information that brings about the truth through intuition or just energetically through spirit, through divine intervention, which brings in a new understanding, creating this longing and this nostalgia that comes in about potential missed opportunity. Okay, so let's look at, what is this person manifesting now that's attached to you? Or if this is you, what is the manifestation that's happening right now in this situation? What is being manifested now? Creating a new life. So solid beginnings, and this is fertility. So either wishing for this family, a baby, pregnancy. This could be you. This could be, you know, somebody who wants to create a family with you or create a new situation, create a new life. Manifesting a healthy environment and, you know, a body and mind. A change of a life, maybe through understanding, holding love or holding feelings creates a block in a complete, you know, in a complete picture of emotional stability. So yeah, healing from trauma could be this situation here. So that's something else that's being manifested at this time. There could be medical issues, or there is, so the guilt and the shame, right? Regrets and guilt. And this is moving past that, letting go of the shame and moving through past traumas in regards to stability or family, or just the participation, or these people, your person or you thinking one thing about somebody, and when you find out the truth about somebody, that's completely the opposite, or that's in, you know, has bad intentions towards you, it can be devastating. What is my viewer manifesting at this time? What are they manifesting? Self-love. Okay, so this could be you as well, out of this situation, or this could be your person wanting to take a new adventure of freedom from this and loving themselves, understanding in more of a spiritual, energetic way, you know, what that entails, and, you know, the beauty within themselves, their authenticity, a soulmate connection, right? Longing for you. What else? Somebody with health goals. So again, we're talking about medical. Maybe somebody has had lost a child, or lost a pregnancy, lost an opportunity to have a family. Somebody is really focused on creating a healthy environment, a healthy atmosphere, starting again on a healthy platform, whatever that means, you know, either in emotionally, or actually I'll put this down here, emotionally, or maybe with creation of a family and a relationship, a connection. Understanding that it's going to take self-love to achieve or to bring in those manifestations. Let's see, what is the archetype energy of this? So when I grabbed these cards, this card was left, and I always look at that. Intuition, that card was left over here. So remember this, right? And look at the blues. So there's an ending. That's a 19, which is a 10 card. And I was talking about the moon. There could be this missing piece of ending the situation, or this type of betrayal, epiphany moment comes in and really like heightens the intuition of the imbalance for either you or your person to understand that this has to be moved away from moving forward. And why did I grab that one? Oh, look. So this one came out from grabbing these cards, and it says healing self and shadow work. So along with self-love, maybe moving away from this situation is something that this person didn't feel like they could ever do. But then divine intervention steps in, high priestess energy. And through this, because these colors match, right? Through not lying to themselves anymore, not maybe not allowing, by speaking up, not allowing somebody to not speak their feelings, or like, and what I mean by that is just, you can't control anybody else, but you certainly don't have to hang around an energy that is no good for you either. So, but that could be part of, and I'm going to find out right now, that shadow work that, and this is from a different deck, but the shadow work that needs to be done, or that could be the shadow work of this person, is that they are codependent. Could be a codependency issue, or a need for attention or validation, or just recognition from those people. Maybe it's I'm hearing like mean girl group, or a family, or colleagues, a work situation, some type of collaboration with other people that might be in a group together, who might be in cohorts with, you know, bad intentions. Let's see. So, yeah, accusatory. So, blaming one another. Somebody feeling insecure about a relationship. And this could be somebody who's starting to feel like they're losing control over somebody, and starting to falsely accuse another. This could be, or somebody who falls under the hand or the demand of a boss type energy, a dominant energy, accusing. Maybe falsely accusing, to deflect from their own shadow or their own issues that they have within this type of relationship, whether it be business relationship, or, you know, romantic, family, you know, some type of business partnership. And savior complex. Somebody accusing, so falsely accusing. So this could be the person that is being shown in the light for who they truly are, and maybe feeling like the only way to control somebody else is maybe accusing them, or maybe them, tell me more about the savior complex. Them thinking that they are, or putting on an act with this cloak deception, putting on an act that they are there to help, or help save you from something, or save your person from something, when in reality, you know, they just, they're trying to deflect from their own insecurities, and their intentions are not good. So tell me more about that. Yeah, so this is, I was talking about the mean girl, right? So there's others who are engaging in gossip, or defaming others. Yeah, cautious. Are you overly cautious because you're suspicious of other people? Just a very toxic situation I get from that. And then this one is dogmatic. This person, who I believe speaks a lot, or like is nonstop, maybe somebody who's nonstop in somebody's ears, or in somebody's business, or in somebody's, you know, life, just constantly accusing them, talking about them, but pretends to put on this mask of, but I'm here to save you, and I'm here to help you. And that being believed, but it's actually just a very, very toxic environment. Okay, so, okay, I have enough on this past, and obviously this is the toxic environment that somebody's trying to move on from. What is the message that you have for the viewer about moving forward, and what's going to be happening, like, in this energy? What's playing out for their person, or for them over the next, like, you know, month or so? We'll just say like April-ish time. What can they expect, or what do they not see coming? So on these cards, it's like a indigo or purple color. I think there's going to be this, the opening of your intuition and your third eye through the indigo, the crown chakra, right? Because that's the color of the crown chakra. But let's look and see what. So fake it until you make it. Okay. Somebody, okay, so leveling up. The quick energy. Hang on just a second. I'm putting this together. Somebody here is pretending they could be, so a mask could be coming off, but maybe you're finding out about information. I think this information comes in fast, and they've been putting on a good, so this could be, so I'm getting like potentially there was a halt because somebody was like on the down low planning something, or once they got this epiphany moment, it was just like a putting something into place that they were going to take charge of. And the reason they had to be on the down low is because there was somebody who was threatening if they did change the situation or change the grip that this person had on them, that they were going to expose them. There was going to be something that somebody needed to come clean about, or needs to come clean about. Maybe your person does, but needs to do it in their way, on their time, you know, and they don't want to overstep, or somebody is overstepping by threatening to reveal some secret or blackmail somebody. So this could be regarding money or investment. And there's been just this constant comparison. But then there is this want and this need to rush in, because we were talking about, you know, fast energy coming in, right? And this epiphany and this understanding, and this person who does want to take this action, but there is, and you know, there's this slowing down that has to happen, this understanding that you can't force in divine time, you can't force what's going to take place any differently in a timing sense than what it's supposed to, with this one step too much. But something has had to be on the down low, and somebody who's really still trying to push forward, but they're maybe being slowed down just a little bit, or they're wanting to make sure that they have all their options, you know, like all the options of which way to go, or having to do with this plan. Something is going to be unlocking moving forward, and a mask or information, or somebody being seen for who they truly are, or your person, you know, coming clean with secrets or knowledge or information about maybe the situation. So let's find out, and then we'll kind of pull this all together, and then I will end this reading. But show me just what messages do you want me to give those who are watching? The viewer, give us some words to focus on that I can channel with. Okay, look at that. That one's off there. Okay, so strength, that's like the Leo card, the one underneath here, right? Strength. So somebody is getting up the strength. There is this person that, so could be working out with this ideal weight, this health goals, this strength. They're building either energetically or intuitively this strength to combat this situation. Escapism, what did I say? Talking about, they could either be somebody who is ignoring the signs or had been ignoring the signs. I took that as more of somebody is getting prepared to escape a situation or leave a situation. There's another mask, right? So tell me more. There's a new perspective of this running away from what is actually the truth. Could be because of immaturity. It could be because of a legal case. But there is this balancing out that the karmic debt has to be paid for some type of past behavior. Somebody who was, you know, basically bad behavior. There's the betrayal again, somebody who betrayed another because of their choices. And this could be the secret. Yeah. Okay, two more. So, unconditional love. Intuition. There's our intuition card again, right? So, somebody potentially who has been running away from this situation, or from knowing what they need to do, pretending that everything was good in their life, or that what they had or what they have is a happy family, maybe a happy family situation, whatever it is on their side. And they're finally getting up the strength to come out of that toxicity through divine intervention, or this missing piece of information, this knowledge that comes about maybe during the new moon time, that really reflects to them the immaturity, the lack of positive steps, handling situations correctly. This has gotten them in a very unbalanced situation, this behavior, and it has caused, this could be a very, this could be a legal case with, since this has to do with family, this could be family court, it could be child support, it could be the scales, being so unbalanced through this betrayal. It could have been an affair, some type of sexual betrayal, or through just this seduction or temptation, and having a lot of choices, right? Seven of Cups, having a lot of choices and options, but behaving badly with that. And so this situation that they were in remained a mystery to them, or remained cloaked, or the people around them, to try and teach them, or if this is you, to try and teach. It's almost like it kept him confused, or it kept him in the situation to pay the karmic debt for this behavior, for the old patterns, the old behaviors, the way that they did things in the past, and maybe running away when they ran away. So some of this behavior is running away and not handling the problems, like we talked about, the immaturity. There's a new perspective that is gaining through this, right? Different choices, understanding the choices they had, how did they handle them? And it could be, how did they handle a relationship that provided a healthy, balanced situation for them, and how did they handle that in the past will be different with this new perspective on how they handle it moving forward. And it's going to be because they learn to use their intuition to guide them, versus the validation, the people pleasing, the attention grabbing, always, choosing the same patterns to live in, the toxicity, the imbalance, or the imbalanced situation of toxic people, toxic situations, lust, bad behavior. Somebody has been holding on to that lifestyle, and that, as they learn to open up their intuition and divine comes in, and they're struck with this newfound information or newfound love that they have for, either if this is your person, you, or you have for somebody, or somebody has for somebody, they start to see these bad choices that they were making. But it is moving to this manifesting of a new life, a new beginning, a blank slate that provides them what this is about. Where they thought they were going to get it, it's like divided into two. Where they thought they were going to have a happy family ended up being complete support of toxic cycles and toxic people and toxic behavior. When, if they would have listened to their intuition, who was trying to guide them on a different path, letting go of their old patterns, their old cycles, would have given them a different perspective into how to handle choices. They would have had more options. They wouldn't have been stuck, and they could have moved toward this self-love and unconditional love, soulmate relationship, maybe a new beginning. It does look like it is, transitioning that way, but there's going to be this need to take off the mask and see people and understand themselves for who they truly are, see people for who they truly are, see this behavior, these patterns, a cycle. And that could be the missing piece of all this. The intuition is a big portion of this that's going to lead them out of this darkness and into this newfound way of being, you could say this. And it's going to give them a new opportunity to, if they can get this understanding and pay the karmic debt, which I think they're doing now with these scales, the karmic debt, and bringing justice to a situation, either with you or just within their own life, and starting to behave differently. Okay, and then I'll close out with, what are these? Is it this one? Yeah, these epiphany messages. Nope. Okay, so they feel empty inside right now because they were stabbed in the back, maybe due to this legal case. These fell in my lap. So, yep, they're lonely. Remember I was talking about this card? They're lonely right now. They probably were surrounded by a lot of people and a lot of choices and a lot of things, but they're being forced into this isolation, which is good because it gets them away from people who have been trying to control their life, because they haven't chosen to control their own life. So feeling lonely, being in this isolation, is allowing them to be able to cut the noise out, and allow them to start listening to their intuition, and the true path to be on. Reconciliation is coming. So if this is you, that's, you know, support from the universe that is, you know, in this energy that is heading your way or heading their way, either reconciliation within yourself or within a relationship, or maybe this was a family connection that broke up, and, or even just like a relationship with you of like the possibility of a family, and that was broken apart because of the pull or the lust, the facade, the devil, toxic, low vibrational energy that pulled them away from you. Soul mirroring, exposing and revealing all. And this comes from your growth is helping their growth. Yeah, look at that dark night of the soul. Oh, interesting. I spelled night like my last name instead of night. Setting clear boundaries. Yeah, I think with this situation here and with these people, right, change is going to come. And earning back trust, starting from the bottom. This is that progress, right? Progress up, ascension. Like these balloons are love drought. Okay, so that says quite a lot about what this drained any type of, there has been no love in this situation, and it has completely changed the narrative for them to wake them up to what maybe they had with you, or they want to have their cup filled back up, essentially. And they could have very well been going through a dark night of the soul, and they're slowly moving into setting the boundaries that they need to reconcile of who they truly are and what they truly want. And this has not been it. If you can see here, I'm really good about like separating, right? So if I were to do that, somebody were to take charge, you can see there's a lot, it looks like there's a lot more like darker cards over here, right, than there is here. And that is that progression that I was talking about as the equinox, you know, it gets lighter and lighter during the evening, right? It's the same thing that's happening in the energy with the collective, is it's getting lighter. There's more light coming in. So more light means you can see better. Things are clearer. Things are brought to the surface and seen for what they are. And I think that's exactly what's happening. And this block between what they thought was the answer of what they were maybe going to, right, has shocked them, that it has created this immense drain on their will, their power, their strength. And they are currently in this transition point through this dark night of the soul, or this moving forward through these emotions and this huge transition. And it's going to become more and more clear to them with more light coming in, that the change of what change is needed. And it's going to come through divine and their intuition and really taking charge and stepping forward. And remember, in this card, where is it? This one right here. Remember I was talking about him collecting wood? This is about defending his position with creating these boundaries to put like a fence up between. And right now they're in like this, or they will be in this moment of having this isolation from this pull here, and having the isolation from potentially you, or from what they know to be true and good, and what they're being pulled towards through your light, and healing the shadow, the not being able to let go, the people pleasing, the being a follower and not a leader, the allowing people to, you know, being in this low vibrational energy and things being unbalanced and just draining. This is like, it's just like that card. It's just like toxic waste on this side, right? That they thought, you know, that's what the devil does, right? That's what dark energy does, is it cloaks, right? There was that card about cloaked. This was cloaked as being beautiful and the way and the path, and they are recentering themselves now and going to be setting up these boundaries. Or this could be you, and defending and starting to pick up the action that was laid down that they were drained of in this situation. It got like this wood got chopped up. I mean, they just were chopped to pieces with this, all of these problems probably, and challenges and like confusion. But that happened for a reason, because they needed to see the polarity between dark and light, between, you know, evil and good, between no love and true love, right? So I think that's kind of what's happening, is this division of understanding of polarities between the two, and what can grow and what remains the same cycles, the same patterns over and over again. If they continue to do that, this is what they're going to get. They're going to feel empty inside. They're going to be drained. They're going to feel lonely. They're going to be stabbed in the back and talked about. And their strength and their power, their willpower is going to be, you know, pulled from them. And there's going to be people who are fake or that are masked, that are, their intentions are completely selfish, or, you know, not truly, they can't trust this. This they can trust because it's rooted in self-love, and they're learning to trust themselves through this intuition to be able to choose this, which then if they can trust themselves, they can trust and they can see things for what they are over here versus what they came from. So if this is you or your person, I always try and start these reads out with like your energy, but for some reason, we keep reflecting back to the story, you needing the story of maybe what's happening with your person, or if this is your person trying to understand it, then there you go. There's the transparency of it all. But anyways, you guys, I hope that that gives a little more insight to you, or validation to what you've been feeling, that you're not alone and that you're not going crazy, and that this is the energy that's kind of playing out right now. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.